Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, how are you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, bro. How you doing, bro? You good?
Cool, man. Cool. So listen, today we're on episode 25 of Dance the Court podcast.
Yep.
This is a bit of like an impromptu.
The impromptu one. Yeah. We need to get better. We need to get better at doing these more often. But yeah.
and organising a bit more.
Organisation, but yeah.
So obviously we've just finished from like our boot camp.
Yep.
So I just said, you know what? Yeah, let's jump in and chat about what we've been doing so far. Because it seems like we've had like a few guests. We've had like a few guests in, and we've got some more lined up.
Yeah.
But let's just jump in and
let's just jump in on and we'll start the crack. So
I've been keeping.
Yeah, I've been doing good, bro. I've just been doing good. You know, just trying to find that balance of just the typical, well, not typical, just finding the balance where I think a lot of people do struggle with, where try to just fit everything in general, like, you know, with spend time with loved ones, doing your own personal journey, doing your own work and business and stuff. So it's getting there. Like, I'm enjoying the ride. I'm enjoying the ride and finding things what works for me, what doesn't work for me, or what things I can do to improve to make it more time efficient. But yeah, man, it's going good. Cracking training's going on really well. Like me and the PTs at JD Gyms, we are currently doing this high rocks training.
Okay.
That was interesting. That's fun. Like, I haven't done cardio, like that type of cardio workout, for a long time. So we've been doing like implements. Like, have you done high rocks before? Or
no? Well, you know what, he talked to me about, because like I'm that guy who gives like the high rocks thing like such a hard time. Like, I've always like got some jokes about it. But like, it's funny you should obviously mention. But let you carry on. I'll just see what I'm saying.
So for me, any high rocks trainers here watching this, I think I've butchered it. I'm so sorry. So please drop us a message and tell it what it's actually like. But it's essentially just a massive cardio session. So you do like 8-kilometer runs, but then like in between them you do like these 1,000-meter ski erg, 1,000-meter rower, but it's like a run, 1,000-meter ski erg, run, you do like a sled push, run, pull, sled push.
There's a lot of running going on.
No, it's a lot of running. So just that alone will scare a lot of people. It scares me. And so we did so me, George and Laura, we did it last week. Like, and Joel, forgot to mention Joel. We all did it together. We didn't do like the essential running bits, but we did the other hard bits. Yeah. And to be fair, like I thought I was going to be like gassing out, but to be fair, I kind of kept up with all of them. I was literally like, you know, like the first round, I'm like, oh, I'm checking myself. I'm still here. It was only probably because we did 3 rounds of it. The last set, that's when I started to go.
Stop blowing out of holes. Didn't know existed.
Oh yeah. But and like, it's just drenched and just buckets of sweat just keep pouring and like my knees and legs at the end of the day. I was like, I'm ready for bed. You know, this is that me done. It was fun. Yeah. But if people say like, is this going to inspire you to do running to keep running, keep up with the running? I'm like, no. You
know what? It's because it seems like we've probably been like on parallels of obviously what we're doing. So in regards obviously to what I've been doing as well, it's almost like I'm the same as you. Been trying to find a balance in life and trying to balance with like spending more time with people, and doing everything else, and just going out and seeing people and obviously training. And it's funny you should mention obviously with the high rocks, because I say obviously I'm over at XF and like, we're doing the same thing over there as well. So they give me a shout last week, and then they was like, "Oh, John, we're going to start doing this high rocks thing. Do you want to be involved?" And I was like, my heart started racing. I was thinking, please don't let them start filming me, because I'm gonna be blowing out. But obviously I will also be. You know what? Yeah, because it's mad that you mentioned, because like you didn't know this about me, but I'm gonna be having a go with that as well. It's not gonna be something like yourself. My passion is always gonna be lifting and stuff. It's something I'm gonna be doing as well. And one of the guys who trains at the gym as well, he was explaining to me that he's going to go in to do a competition. Oh, he's the comps. So one, he was saying to me, John, do you run? I was like, Yeah. I was like, run. I said,
run.
I said, that's it. He said, I said, yeah, I run around from my problems. but like, so he was saying, like, obviously, I want to start like going to get into like doing like a 4K or 5K marathon or doing some running.
Okay.
So you're one step ahead of me. So you've actually given it a start. So like you saying that there now. But I always know that like, bro, you can do some steps, man. I said like those legs ain't big for you.
No. It's just I think when I was doing the doing like the runs and doing all the cardio and stuff, I was like, I saw that years walking a lot. That's helped me a lot. I want to get my. I think this year, obviously talking about changes, challenges, and things we're doing. This year, that's going to be one thing. So there's 3 things I'm going to do this year. So one is take part in a class. Oh, okay.
Never took part in the class before.
You never took part in the class? Oh, bro.
Yeah, I'm going to take part in the class.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a run.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have a go at the high rocks. But if you try and get me to do some swingy kind of pull up things where my joints are.
Oh, the butterfly. No, I ain't doing that.
No. Listen, I'll give that my Eddie Murphy finger wag. No, we're not doing
that. Man. So,
but like, it's So, but I did not know you. I did not know you were doing.
So it was just like because I think so Kim, the manager, she's trying to like set up some charity event, and all of us are like, what can we all do? What can we all do? Because obviously we don't want to do. We want to make it more like open towards everyone, so it's open to everyone, and obviously there's certain like powerlifting or strongman stuff. A lot of people won't be able to do that. So, with the right training, sorry. So, because High Rocks is it's been called, I think it was the actual website called the Everyman Workout. I'm like, it's not the Everyman Workout because I don't like running. So, but that's the one that most feasible. So everyone's, oh yeah, let's go it. So, I think all of us tried to had a go. I think the first week I did because I haven't done cardio that type of cardio for a long period of time. I was all right. I'm just going to do a kilometer run to see what I'm like. Then I'll do 1,000-meter ski erg to see what's that like.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like the run, believe it or not, that's like the more recovery phase. You're just running at a decent pace. So the running side was sound. It was the ski erg bit where I was just. Like literally, I felt my lung was collapsing because I was literally going that.
You know what? I've had like I think when I've had clients before and like I've taken them through stuff, and every now and again because remember like obviously as PT we'll take clients like through. We know how generally everything works. Yeah. And I'll say to them, we'll do a bit of ski, we'll do a bit of this, do a bit of that. And then one day I decided to have a go on, and I was like. I'm like, is this what I've been doing to people?
Yeah, you start you're like, oh my god, what am I doing?
So I started feeling sorry for like my clients who've been putting through it. But like, there's something about something about ski erg and something about rowing for me which humbles the life.
Yeah, which one do you prefer? What seems easier for you?
I would say the rowing seems
same.
The rowing seems easier, but like even that is something that can kind of if you've not like been in if you haven't been in tune with like doing it for a while.
That's true.
Or your general cardio needs like a little bit of like fine tuning.
Yeah, it's true.
So definitely give you like that humbling.
It's humbling. But like the ski erg, I was literally like. Literally, I had to like stop. I did the 1,000-meter, but I had to like literally just stop for like a minute because I was literally going, why does my lung feel like it's going to explode?
Yeah. But you know what though? I feel that like, so this year for me is all about doing something away from what I would normally do.
Yeah.
Something because like it's easy for us to go and do deadlifts, shoulder presses, bench press and whatever. But I feel that like this year, I'm definitely going to mark a few things off to say because we just go down routes which are our favourites, which we just it's been comfortable.
It's comfortable.
So I want so now we're both on that level.
We're gonna both like I eat you for Mr. Juggen. I've done that. What you done today?
Yeah, I've been intrigued to see what kind of condition we're in.
It's a good one. So probably for something for next year.
Yeah.
Should we do a joint do a collab for High Rocks? Because you can do a single or you can do a double. Should we do a double? Me and you.
You're gonna smoke me, bro.
No, that'd be brilliant, man. I think us two should do that. You know.
Well, you know what? Listen, I'm at the moment. I'm the yes guy.
Yeah.
And when I say the yes guy, within reason.
Yeah. Within reason. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I mean by the yes guy is like saying yes to things which I wouldn't usually do within fitness or within going out or just trying something new.
Yeah.
I'm all about that now. So I think like this kind of ties into obviously what we've been doing like recently even with like, the brain training and stuff about doing new things to like rewire rewire like the parts of our brains which we kind of like lay a little bit dormant. So yeah, okay, I'm in.
All right, so
and you've heard it here first.
Yeah, heard it, folks. So you're going to see us next year doing high rocks. If you want to see that, give us a thumbs up and just share this around and go, right, they're doing it.
Yeah, as long as I haven't got to do that funny, that's the only.
I don't think you do that. I think that butterfly pull-ups, I've seen people do that. I'm like,
is that more CrossFit?
I think, yeah.
Because I don't really know too much of the difference between one to the other.
Yeah, neither do I. I just know both of them just run. I think CrossFitting. So again, any CrossFitters, just message us up and just educate us. But like from as far as I know, I think there is a little bit like CrossFit is more like clean, like the clean jerks and the snatches and the little bit of running. Then High Rocks is. So for what I've done so far, it's none of that. You just do a lot of running, sled pushes, rowing, ski erging, burpees. I mean, that's pretty much, you will feel like doing that because you got to like, it's called broad jump burpees. So you literally just burpees are going across the mat. So but
well, you know what, bro. So, as I said, like I think like I always try and tell people I'm not a judgy person, but I think I've probably been a little bit judgy about.
Don't get me wrong
about the whole High Rocks and that kind of stuff. But like as I say, like I'll always put my hand up and say I don't know about that.
Yeah.
So I'm putting my hands up saying I don't know nothing about High Rocks. I know nothing about like
neither do I.
But I'm willing to give it a go. Willing to have a learn.
Yeah.
Regardless whether you're going to see me doing this in the future day after day or being one of those people who just
breathe High Rocks
and just talk about High Rocks all the time, I'm not going to be that guy.
I'm not going to be that guy.
Jacob, I'll give you permission to give me a firm slap if you hear me mention it more than
if you go hi, I'm High Rockser.
Just say it was like say, you know, I thought I knew you.
Thought I knew you, bro.
I knew you, bro. Just give it a look up and down and it's like
I tell you what another thing, like you said, going back to the class, I think you should take part in the boot camp. That's technically a class, you know.
Well, you know what? I think the thing is, I don't mind. I really don't mind. I think sometimes, obviously, when we do because like someone said before, do you want to do the class? I'm like, the class is for you. I think I could obviously break myself in. I might just come. Just come in. Do a class one of the days. But I say I'm always just aware that, like, obviously when people come to the class, it's for them. For them. But I think one thing I will do, I'll do a class somewhere else, which is away, which is going to be just like the time where I can just drop into a ball, and then just kind of like blow in my own time.
It's one of those people. They're like, see in a bit,
because like I don't think nobody wants to hear me just kind of like blowing and trying to give them inspiration while the trainers were like, that meme with the camel going.
I've seen that.
That's what I think I probably end up sounding like. So
I think it's like cheeky plug, but come to the boot camp, guys. Like 9 o'clock every Sunday, Penn State Community Centre. It's getting sunny now, so we're always outside. We're getting good response from everyone. So just come and join us.
Listen, I think we have, and I've been just talking about that. I think like we've built like a really nice,
it's a nice little community going.
And I think what I like, because I don't think we kind of talk about like.
Nah.
I tell you what I love about like our class is just the fact that like it's very family.
Yeah.
It's not overly serious.
No,
you haven't got people like coming there like obviously doing their timings.
I think that just kind of like. I think how that stemmed, we kind of stumbled in because obviously, yes, Sunday boot camp, it is a bit hectic because you've got parents, you've got kids to like football matches and stuff, and Sundays tends to be like the rest day.
Yeah.
So for them to do that, some people have got no access to childcare and stuff. So what came an accident where it was basically, can my kid just sit in the corner? Like, yeah, it's fine. But obviously they've seen mum or dad on the field, like, yo. I want to try that.
Yeah.
So, and they got in, and before you know it, like we've got kids coming in and playing and joining in. And I'm not gonna lie, some of the kids are better than the parents.
They really are.
They really are.
Like it's more, you know what? It's almost like a real kind of heartwarming kind of feeling.
Yeah.
Watching like obviously like a dad and his son, or a mother and a daughter, or vice versa, or whatever it is, both doing exercise together, or to the point where you've got like the kids on one side, the parents on the other side, and they're just doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
Mom and dad are over that side, blowing out their backside, and the kids are just having so
much fun. They're like, yeah, it's just fun. It's not fun, yeah, but yeah, it's brilliant. So yeah, so another cheeky plug. So every Sunday, 9 o'clock, Penzance Community Centre, £5 per person. Children come free. So yeah, join. Why? There's nothing to do. It's nothing to do. Just join us.
Right. You know what? The other thing also, like I know this is just like one of these days where we've got nothing planned. We're just talking.
Yeah, talking
for talking's sake. But like, I keep on going back to obviously the brain training stuff.
Yeah.
So me and you and one of our good friends, Alan, and we've started doing like a brain fit training.
Yeah.
How did you find that? Because like I said, I really enjoyed it. It's like it's kind of sparked some things.
Yeah, it's definitely enjoyed. Like it's helped me a lot. Obviously, it said like I've done sessions with Emily before,
and I'd like to get her.
Yeah, we need to get on the show. We need to get on the show so she can spread the word more about.
If anyone ever sees my socials, I always kind of put her in the FC labs, and like all the time. But like, I'd love to be able to get on the show.
Yeah, we need to get Emily on soon. So definitely.
But you mean like it helped you in much ways at all?
Yeah, definitely. So it's a lot more positive thinking, and especially like this is all science in terms of the neurons, neurological going around the head, and like I'm more seeing the positive sides of everything now, or just like understanding my mindset, and like when I see stuff that may upset me or something that just gonna like aggravate me, I'm trying to see what's the good thing about that. I know like sometimes the bad bit. Okay, what's good about that? I always trying to see and connect the dots to it, and that's helped me a lot. Like especially, it's calmed my nerves down. It's calmed my stresses down. Yeah, like I said, it's not. I'm not saying that I'm mentally cured, because you're never gonna. That's rarely gonna happen. But I feel that a lot more in myself. If that makes sense. So I'm a lot more at peace.
I know exactly what you mean, because like so for me, like it's changed me in such a way which I'm kind of like I'm excited about, because like I've never been a big drinker, so the drinking's kind of just gone.
Same.
I'm doing this. I've done like the 30-day brain.
I've
done 30-day brain boost. Where I was sharing 3 things every day, and then after that finished, I was like, wow, I felt really good. So like now I'm doing like obviously 30 days no sugar, 30 days of reading, and even that it's starting to kind of every day I get to do that. It's almost like, oh, that's one thing which is always on there, and on top of that is going to the gym. On top of that, eating healthy every day, and on top of that I'm drinking more water, on top of that I feel good. So I'm really enjoying it at the moment.
I think that's the one thing as well. You're more open to go when we do the sessions. Like she always Em's always asks what's been good today or what's been good this week, and you like at first when I first started, nothing much, just done that. But then when you start getting more into it, it's not like you learn that it's not just about like what's been good. Like it could be something that just literally makes you happy. So I think a prime example for me, I think it was at the gym a couple of weeks ago, and I mean this happens quite often. Speakers just kaput. There's no music. All in here is just grunting, iron clanging. You're like, this is horrible, and you just hear people chatting in the background, and we're trying to fix the music and stuff, and like the music came on, so we're happy about that one. So that made me happy, because I don't want to listen to that like drowning out anymore. And I think another one that made me happy, I was on my break, and obviously you just doom scroll and stuff, just boring. And there's something came up, but it was basically like just video game nostalgia, and they're going, not gonna lie, GTA Vice City had the best soundtrack, and it's all 80s music, and they just played the playlist, and I was literally going banger, banger, banger. It was like, it was all the old school funk soul music. So you got the Whisperers, you've got Kool and the Gang, you got just loads of the Pointer Sisters, all the songs. I'm like literally like blasting my phone going, banger, and that made me happy. So, but it's literally anything, like it's anything that's like you just like most people often will just overlook because they expect to see like a big, that made me happy. You go, it could be anything.
It's changed me. You know what? Yeah. I think as I said, like it's changed me loads now. Like obviously, I'm looking. Finding like the positives out of every single day. I find something every single day now.
No, that's good,
to the point where I don't go a day without having something in there.
Yeah.
I think even like when I was saying before about doing like these little challenges or whatever, that's always one thing that's solidified.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show now I can't go a day without finding something.
Yeah, that's good.
So, but like I'm looking forward to doing the training.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah.
Because like it's just like we're not going to speak about that too much, but eventually, obviously, we're both going to get into doing
getting the brain training. Looking forward to doing that. That's because we went to that workshop a couple weeks ago as well, so that was really well. Like that was a really good insight.
Yeah, and I really got a lot from that. But like, I just. I don't know about yourself. Do you feel more calm? Not like you're saying before that. I don't think we're fixed because I don't think any human's ever going to be fixed.
Yeah, you're not going to be fixed.
I think it's a lot like management.
Yeah, no, it's true.
And I think I feel like I'm managing things.
Yeah, no,
a lot better.
Yeah, same. So I think whilst when I was doing when I'm doing sessions with Emily, there's one book I read called The Chimp Paradox.
Okay, yeah.
Really good book. I forgot the name of the author, but read it. It's on Audible. Chimp Paradox is about basically how to manage your stresses and stuff.
Did I recommend that one to you?
I can't remember. I think you did. Yeah, but either way,
it's
a brilliant book.
Yes,
it's a brilliant book.
Audio.
And I think the author when he said, I think it was obviously the introduction. He's saying, why is he called the Chimp Paradox? Because he was saying like we're pretty much like it's like 96% related to chimps and stuff. We make common same situations, characteristics. So that's why he's just saying that. But he was saying like this book's not here to cure you. It's simply teaching you how to manage. And I think that has stuck with me for life now. So it's like when stressful situations happen, it's like, how can I cope with it? Like manage it better for next time. Yeah, obviously there'll be days where it will just go over and you take over. But then I've noticed if I had like a bad situation or a stressful situation, like old me would literally like stress about it for longer periods of time. Whereas now, like I'm like, okay, that stressed me. I'm back now. I'm calm now. I'm a lot more calmer. So I've managed it in a better circumstance. So yeah, I think definitely with Emily's teaching, that's helped me like train myself a bit more to manage things a lot more. Yeah,
and I think that's probably one of the words that I use now. Obviously, because I said before, like I don't. When it comes like to us as humans, like I always like to say, there's no fixing.
Yeah,
there's more managing.
Yeah,
you can't nothing. You can't be really fixed.
No, nothing can be fixed. Yeah,
because like there's so much kind of like outside sources what's going to kind of derail us from one day to the next. But like I think as we're going through it, it's almost like I tend to be living more so in the moment now. I'm not going to stress and worry about it.
I'm getting there. Yeah. I'm getting there.
But you know what? Yeah. Don't tell me you're getting there. I think you're there because I could think about like because this is kind of crazy because like, we're nearly coming up to our first year anniversary of boot camp.
True, yeah.
Can't remember how long we've been doing.
This is probably nearly 2 years nearly 2 years or
yeah. So like, you know we've been like kind of sporadic. Obviously we're doing this, but I think you've come on like leaps.
No, thanks, bro. Thank you.
Leaps and bounds.
No, thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah. Like, I still, like, obviously, I still have those moments. Like, I think those moments, like, again, because I'm just fixed on me. I'm not seeing the bigger picture. So, like, you're probably seeing different sides of me, which I haven't seen. So I'm still like, ugh. So, like, there's moments where I still go, yeah. Like, I think like being the moment or just being present. I've got better at doing that.
Yeah.
There's still moments where I still go, like my head will just go off, drifting off somewhere else, and I'll just be like thinking about that. Then I need to get back in the present. Okay, let's just focus on this. So yeah, I'm getting there. But not just, bro.
Thank you. It's that thing where when people probably either see us day to day, come and see us at the boot camp or see us on socials, they think that we have no stresses, no worries.
Nothing stress for you, bro.
And it's like I said to my friend the other week. I said we was walking across the canal, and I said that is pretty much. That's Swan. So that's me. She went, what do you mean? I said, well, it looks all kind of smooth on the top, but underneath you just don't know how much paddling.
It's going
on just to make it look as smooth as it is.
Yeah.
And when you come out the water, I'm just like,
So
always make sure there's nobody around when I jump out the water. So, but that's pretty much like the
sick, bro. Sick.
I say I can see the difference. I can feel the difference with myself.
Thank you.
All good.
No, thank you.
What's the thing I was thinking about? Because I'm just thinking on my feet as we're here right now. Usually I look down on a piece of paper, but other thing which I'm very happy with, we're kind of both proud of, is like with the coaching.
The group coaching,
which is so we've had like a group, 3 girls.
3 girls coming in,
and we've
they've done fucking phenomenal. I'm sorry for swearing, but all 3 of them have done fucking phenomenal. Really good results, like in terms of mindset, training, better relationship with food, and that's how we cope. That's how we came it. That's how we envisioned this stuff. So it's going really good, bro. Really good.
Yeah, cause I think initially, I've watched their mindset change, like with all 3 of the girls. Because I think like when they first came to us, they had the same as many other people who had like done diets, who have done kind of different kind of like training and different kind of like restrictive diets. And we said from the off, we're not here to do restrictive diets. No. We're not here to do something very quickly. We're here to do like sustainable.
Sustainable.
But like even that takes a bit of time to
registering.
Because like I believe that like there's more people than many who have done like some of this restrictive stuff, got the results what they need to get very quickly, but then lost it. Then they'll say they'll come back. But I think what I like about what we're doing, it's teaching them to say, slow down, calm down.
And
we have days like this, we have days like that, and there's gonna be times where you just want to kind of shove all the chocolate in your mouth, but like that is normal. Then we can get, once we've gone over that, we can get back to normal. So.
I think what, like, going back onto there, like when they've done it, they said they've done everything, they've tried everything, it's not working. You're like, well, it does. It's just you're not putting it in a way that's more palatable for you. I think another one which a battle which I think a lot of people still do is, I saw this on TikTok, and you're literally going, I'm gonna, and like instead of just like snapping at them, because you shouldn't do that. You educate them, and I think like it's all these dietary fads, like this person, he lost mega weight in like 2 weeks just by doing the keto diet, and I'm like, yeah, they probably didn't. And like when you explain it to them and just go, could you do that? Well, especially when it's like high fat, low, literally no carbs, and you go, okay, what do you do for a living? And they're like, can you do that? And they're like, no, I can't do that. And you're like, exactly. So, and it's the way it worked for them. Yet just because it worked for them doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Or they see these drinks where I don't get this, where this adding lemon and ginger. I don't get that. I don't get that.
So I'll say this now. So that when I've done competing, like it was part of my daily regime of drinking. It was the most foulest drink you've ever tasted in your life, which consisted of cayenne pepper, lemon, cider vinegar, water. But that wasn't the sole thing which kind of got me down. Calorie deficit was the thing that got me down. The high protein, the exercise, the strength training, the cardio, the walks, the total lack of sugar, the lack of treats. All that's what it wasn't. That flipping shot. If the shot was the only thing what was going to save me, and get me to where I get to, I would stand on the mountain top and say, right, if everybody wants to know what the secret is, just drink this lemon water with some cider vinegar in, and it's going to solve all your problems.
And I'm like, no. And another one is, and I hate this one, is like it's food optimization. It's just a calorie deficit. And they go, well, they've ate like salmon and potato all the time and they've lost incredible weight. Like, because they've probably tracked their calories. No, they haven't. And I think this is where so many people get the confusion bit with the tracking calories. It's like they think I've got to count all the calories and stuff. It's like, no, you've got to track in some way or form. Well, that person lost weight, he didn't track. More likely they have. And even, you have to track.
And even when someone isn't writing something down, or there are people just like myself who get to a point where I don't need to kind of do this. I can just look and go, that's how much I need to have. And that is still a form of tracking. Even though it's not kind of documented, I can just go, in the morning I drink this, then I eat this, then I eat this, and I do the same thing every single
this day is what I've been saying, especially when you're explaining to them as well, like they may have not like counted everything, but they've tracked it in some way or form. So if they had a big breakfast in the morning, they know full well, okay, I've had a really big blowout in the breakfast, maybe my evening meal or my lunch, I'm gonna reduce the portion size. And they're like, that's tracking. You're tracking what you've ate and stuff. And they're like, but how? And then another thing is, well, how come they've ate this and they've still lost weight? Then they do that and they've lost weight, and you're like, they've probably been more active than us. And no, they haven't. Like, they probably have.
This is another thing which, and I say, like, as many of we have these conversations, it all bears down to the same thing. Stop looking at somebody else's worksheet. That's their worksheet. Look at your own, because your day and their day are two different things. You may have kids, they may have kids, you may not have kids. Or they may have 4 and you may have 1. They may be in a job where they run up and down stairs all day long. You may be sitting in front of a computer. They may be a scaffolder, and you may be somebody who's a carpet layer. They're going to,
and we all digest food completely different as well.
I've always said we've all got like different makeups and different backgrounds and whatever. So stop doing that. But as long as there's going to be TikTok, as long as there's going to be Instagram and these things where people will show something in a 30 to 40 second reel, that's what kind of gets stuck.
It pisses me off as well when you tell them, no, well, this person lost weight, I'm going to follow that person on TikTok, and you're like,
I get to a point, I think now I don't even get like frustrated about it anymore, because like I think like as like obviously PTs and coaches will always have the same recurring conversations come up where and I don't mind. So I'm like this. If I have 20 people, and every time they sit in front of me, and then they say the next thing the same as, and I'll as much as they've got it on, like they think it's a fresh new thing which they're discovered, I will always keep on telling you exactly the same thing. I'm not going to change over the dialogue for that person. I'll tell you exactly the same thing. You are not the same as them. You need to eat the calorie deficit, and that's the way it is. But like, as much as we may see these things on socials and say, oh well, there's this diet, and let them, like, you don't know about obviously their day to day, and also the fact of the matter is people will show you a snippet, and yes, if you want to just continually eating that thing solely on its own all day, every day, of course you will get to where you need to get to. But like, please don't talk to me about anybody else's work. When you come and speak to me, we'll talk about you and you ask me a question, and I will give you answers based around you. And the data that you give me, I will give you answers based on that in order for you to
trust
from.
Rather
than you come to me, you want to lose weight, you want to put muscle on, or whatever you want to do. I tell you, you go great, and then you start saying, "Oh, I'm going to do some research." Research for me means looking into books and reading up things. Research is not looking on a reel.
Yeah.
Don't tell me about research from your reels. Don't tell me about research, thumb research like this. Scrolling. I've done some research. No, you haven't. You've seen something which because that's what it's for, to grab your attention. And now it's grabbed your attention, and now you're going, that makes sense. I could show you 50 things I've scrolled on and say to you that all of it makes sense individually, but putting all that stuff together, no.
And I think the best thing, like going back to the group coaching, like all the girls and the group, they all had different meal plans as well, and different eating times, because all of them have different lifestyles. So what we did, we literally just spoke to them, go, okay, what food you like, what meals you like. We gave us some recipes and stuff, and then they just branched out and they went, oh, I'm going to change this or alternate this, or they eat at a certain time, and they all worked. It all worked. And so it's literally like you said, like we've got it. They eat the food, the foods they enjoyed, and then obviously they just made if they wanted like eat the same food together, they all just made different alterations and stuff, and it all worked. And that was I think that's the best fit.
Of course, it's because I think, as I said, I've said before, that like as long as you're eating what you enjoy, and you're eating it with obviously the right macros and whatever based, and obviously calorie deficit, you're gonna get the result that you want. Yeah. Lo and behold, some may lose more, some may lose less, but as I say, it's not about that. Just follow your individual journey. I think that's one thing I love about, like, obviously with the girls, they've all discovered like their thing in their time. Yeah. And like obviously that thing of the group. Yeah, the group aspect. I think what the best thing about it is, like, even though it was group coaching and group training together, it was still individualized to each other. Yeah. So obviously, Demi, for example, she's got her little one goes to primary school, so she was struggling to find her steps in. So she was like, we both said, right, is your school walking distance from your house? She's like, oh yeah. So it's like, walk to school with your daughter and walk back. And then she's like, she absolutely loves doing that. That gets her steps in. Like then Emily and Lauren, they meet up every now and then and just go for big walks together. So that's really good. So like, even though it's all group coaching, it's all individualized. And I think what also worked with us as well, like the community chat we established for them, because all of them, like, if all of them had any issues with like scale way, which will probably diverge in, or like just not understanding where to go in terms of moving forward, like they was all shouting each other up. And there was days where they answer the questions for themselves. We just sat back and that's actually spot on. So well done. Yeah, I think when you do it from that point of view, rather than like scientific and being like all serious and you need to be measuring this, that, the other. Like they can learn from each other. And I think when you're on this health journey, it shouldn't be so kind of rigid. It shouldn't be so kind of, there should be a fun aspect to it. It should be fun. It should be something which you can just kind of weave into your day. And that's it shouldn't be something you have to wake up thinking about and getting scales out and weighing up this and doing that, the other, and understanding that like not every day is going to be the greatest day, but we get, obviously if you wake up at 7 and you go to bed at 10, the next day when you wake back up at 7 again, you get to do it all over again. And you just kind of look back at what you did do or you didn't do yesterday, and now make the adjustment for the day after. And I think obviously I think what good thing is like that they can all voice their individual issues which they've had. Yeah. And knowing that like, oh, I thought that like, because like I know a lot of time with these kind of situations where people look at someone and go, well, I thought your life was just really rosy and great. It's never had any problems or issues or anything. No. I've got like a house to redo. No. I've got like obviously a business to run. No, I've got this. Moving to do. I've got a movie. I've got to do that. And it's all affects everything in your day.
But then like, the best thing about them, like all three of them, they literally was like pushing each other, and there was either those days where one of them just went to the gym on their own, or all three of them went together and stuff. So it was brilliant to watch them grow, and they're still growing. So fantastic. So yeah, so this is pretty much like a mini quick like launch. But if any of you guys included as well want to train together, because it's more cost effective as well, reach out to us. Maximum of 3 people, but like I said, just message me or John, and we'll get back to you and talk.
Yeah, as I said, like it's the sustainability, the community aspect, and the thing of you're not like, it's not a competition. No. It's more of growing together, or saying finding like a few people who say on this date we're starting this, and let's all grow together. Because as I said,
guarantee I don't know about you, but I learned a lot from them 3 as well. So this is massive learning curve. So I'll learn from you, you'll learn from me. So it's literally just this massive ever circle. So yeah, another cheap plug. So yeah, group coaching guys, come and grab us. Just shout us out, reach us out.
Man, for real.
Awesome.
What is anything else anything else with me there, Jacob?
No, I think that's quite a lot, bro. I think obviously we've got it's nice catch up from us and stuff. We haven't. I don't know. We need to be a bit more consistent with these podcasts, but you know, life's been life.
But you know what, though? Even when you say that, and because at one time, I think sometimes I remember, like I've said this in the past when we're on there, so I want to do more of these. But I'm not even stressed anymore about that. I'm just like,
yeah.
If we get in, we get in. As much as it'd be great for us to come and do these week after week after week. Yeah. But I'm understanding now that like, you're busy and you've got life to do, and so am I. So like, when we get in, it's more organic, it's more natural. Yeah. And if we've got a guest to kind of jump on, we'll definitely, which we've got to come like over the next like couple of weeks, and I don't even stress about it no more. I don't even worry. I'm like. So like, there's many formats of people when they do podcasts where it's also clean cut,
clean cut and sharp and stuff.
But I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to be my. I work better just being my authentic. True. We're not going to try and stylize it and turn it into maybe that later on, and we start making loads of money. We can get paid somewhere to make it all sharp and shiny. But it's all about the message, and I'll be very honest that like. Yeah, sometimes we can do it, sometimes we can't. Yeah. But when we do, we just do it to the best of our ability, and we just talk from the heart and how we feel.
100%.
We're not here to kind of pad and fill up with something which we don't really know that or we're not passionate about. Yeah. We're just going to be always.
100%. But no, that's good, bro. But I think should we wrap things up then?
We can wrap it up there, bro.
Awesome. So so pretty much, thank you for turning up, guys. Really, really appreciate it. So you can always follow our page at Down to the Call with 2 underscores. We're on TikTok and on Instagram, both the same handles, so you can follow us on there. You can follow us individually at jwright.pt, and you can follow you at
John Collins _online coach.
Yes, you got it. And remember the last 2 cheeky plugs. So come join us every Sunday, 9:00 at the Penzec Community Centre for a boot camp, £5 per person. And also, if you're interested in the group coaching, just drop us a message and we'll get back into you. Remember, maximum 3 people. But without further ado, have a nice day, guys. Bye bye.